Welcome to the Mujiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. Welcome back, fellow One Piece enthusiasts. The final saga is upon us, and it's shaping up to be a whirlwind of epic proportions. From the gripping Egghead Island arc to the dramatic shifts in the Four Emperors, there's no shortage of excitement in store. Today, we delve into the heart of this saga, exploring the fate of the Yonko and the monumental changes on the horizon. One Piece's final saga is well underway, and fans are loving every minute of it so far. Even though it's not even close to being the main part of the final saga, the Egghead Island arc has already been very exciting. From now on, things will only get more intense. As you might expect, the Four Emperors are very important to the final saga. They sort of play the main characters in this part of the story, since they have important parts to play all through it. Currently, the upset of the Four Emperors has disrupted the world's equilibrium in intriguing ways. It won't be the only time, though, that the Four Emperors will go through a huge change. There's a good chance that this order will change more times in the final saga of One Piece. The current Yonko in the final saga, the Yonko are the strongest pirates on the seas. In the post-Enies Lobby arc, fans witnessed the introduction of the Four Emperors. Garp, a famous marine in the world of One Piece, introduced them. At that time, Shanks, Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom emerged as the Four Emperors. Garp introduced the Straw Hat Pirates and their fans to the renowned group. In all honesty, fans only knew these people's names at the time. Shanks and Whitebeard were the only ones who had actually been on TV. Currently, the upset of the Four Emperors has disrupted the world's equilibrium in intriguing ways. It won't be the only time, though, that the Four Emperors will go through a huge change. After Whitebeard became the first Yonko to fall, another one rose to take his place. His old servant, Blackbeard, worked with others to plot against him and take over his possessions. There's no stopping Blackbeard from becoming a very strong Yonko. Since then, he has only gotten stronger. It's safe to say that he is making fast progress right now, since his bounty is now 3.996 billion berries. When the war in Onigashima broke out between a huge group of pirates, the samurai of Wano, and Kaido and Big Mom working together, there was another big change in the Emperor's order. This happened after the time skip in One Piece. That's right, this war was huge. After the Paramount War in One Piece, it was definitely the biggest fight that fans saw. That war was just as shocking, if not more so, and the outcome was even stranger. The war in Onigashima was over when the Alliance won. The Alliance defeated both Big Mom and Kaido. Kid and Law worked together to beat Big Mom. They woke up with new skills and used them to knock her off her throne, which they did well. At the same time, Luffy decided to fight Kaido on his own, and with all the power-ups he got, he finally did it. In the end, Luffy overthrew both Big Mom and Kaido as emperors, paving the way for the rise of new ones. Fans were shocked when Buggy became an emperor because of his amazing family tree and the fact that he seemed to have both Crocodile and Mihawk as his servants. Simultaneously, fans welcomed the rightful appointment of Luffy as Emperor of the Sea. Luffy, Buggy, Shanks, and Blackbeard made up the new Emperor order. Blackbeard's downfall, he will ultimately face defeat in One Piece. There is no doubt that Blackbeard is the most important of the Four Emperors, and this will not change in the final saga. He might even be the last bad guy in One Piece, even though Imu is still alive. Blackbeard wants to take over the whole world, and Oda has been smartly drawing parallels between him and Luffy. This means that he will play a big part in future wars. For most of the final saga, Blackbeard will remain emperor. However, he will eventually lose it. He will end up being Luffy's enemy, and there can only be one winner when they fight. Of course, if the Sun and Darkness fight, the Sun will probably win. This means that Blackbeard will die at some point or another. When that happens, someone will have to step up and fill this role because there will be a power vacuum. There are a lot of people who could fill this role, but fans should really think about the fact that Blackbeard isn't going to remain a Yonko forever. Shanks and Buggy's role in the final saga, Shanks and Buggy are going to change drastically. One more person, Shanks, could end up falling from Yonko's place by the end of One Piece. Shanks is currently one of the best members of the Four Emperors. After beating Kaido and Big Mom, it wouldn't be too much of an exaggeration to say that he is the strongest. Shanks is way too weak, and the way he uses haki is fascinating. Shanks doesn't have anything written on the wall that says he will fall like Blackbeard does. But that doesn't mean the Shanks can't. Shanks is also likely to fall at some point in the story. There are ways to beat Shanks, and Luffy would want to do it at some point in the story. But there are also a lot of other people after him, including Blackbeard. Whatever happens, if Shanks falls at some point in the story, the role will once again be open, and someone else will have to fill it. The Yonko system will undergo massive changes in the final saga. There is no doubt that the Yonko will look very different in the final saga. This is likely to happen. Shanks and Blackbeard will both fall. Should that occur, we will need to appoint 2 capable individuals to fill the 2 vacant positions. At this point, Trafalgar Law appears to be the most likely person to have at least one of them. The other person could be a child or another pirate who asserts their authority by showing up. However, fans should also remember that Luffy will not always be a Yonko. Luffy will lose his connection to the other emperors when he transforms into a pirate king. This could cause the emperor's entire system to fall apart. At the end of One Piece, Luffy might be the pirate king because he will be the only one in charge of the seas. If there is already a king, there can't be anything else. There is a fight between the 4 emperors over the One Piece. They are the ones who run the Grand Line, and they want to take over the seas. When Luffy turns into the Pirate King, there are very good chances that the whole Emperor system will fall apart. But even so, there will be strong pirates who act like emperors. These will include people like Law and maybe even Eustace Kid. Summary and highlights. One Piece is getting a new story arc that is better than Marineford. In the final saga, the Yonko system will change in big ways. If Luffy becomes Pirate King, the Emperor system might fall apart. As we sail through the final saga, the tides of power are shifting, and the Yonko system is ready for a revolution. With Luffy's ascent to Pirate King and the potential collapse of the Emperor system, the seas are bound for unprecedented change. Keep an eye out for more updates and theories as we navigate this thrilling journey together in the world of One Piece. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat. And people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.